The iPhone 17 series is still a few weeks away, but leaks are already giving us an early look at the accessories Apple might release with it. And this time, it's not the phones themselves making headlines, but the cases. According to a new leak, Apple is preparing a fresh line of cases called Liquid Silicone Cases, and they could come with a feature iPhone users haven't seen before: built-in Lanyard Support. Apple doesn't usually make big changes to its official cases. Over the years, we've seen them stick with leather, silicone, and most recently fine woven. But this rumor points to something new, something that suggests Apple might be rethinking how people use their iPhones day to day. The leak comes from a source known as Majin Buu. If you follow Apple leaks, that name may sound familiar. This leaker has shared accurate info before, including details about iPadOS 26. Not every prediction has been right, but the track record is strong enough to take seriously. So what do these new liquid silicone cases look like? Leaked images described as official samples show that they have a smooth texture with a ripple design spreading out from the MagSafe charging ring. This design looks a lot like Cassetify's ripple cases. But according to Majin Buu, these are Apple's own designs, not third-party copies. The biggest difference this time isn't just how they look, it's how they function. The cases reportedly have multiple cutouts at the bottom for attaching a lanyard. In other words, you'd be able to wear your iPhone on a strap around your wrist or neck, keeping it secure while on the move. For Apple, this is actually a big change. The company has never officially offered iPhone cases with built-in lanyard support. The only Apple products that had this feature were the AirPods Pro 2 case and, years ago, the iPod Touch with its little wrist strap loop. iPhone users have always had to rely on third-party solutions for this. Of course, third-party accessory makers have been offering lanyard options for years. Brands like Peak Design have even built full ecosystems around this idea. Their everyday case, for example, has a strong anchor system for attaching straps, and it's been very popular with people who travel or take a lot of photos. That's why it's interesting to see Apple moving in this direction. By offering their own lanyard-friendly cases, they're stepping into a market where users have already shown clear demand. For people who hike, travel, or just want extra security in crowded areas, a lanyard can make a big difference, but it's not just about the strap. These new cases are also rumored to feature something Apple calls a liquid glass effect. While the details aren't fully clear, the name suggests a more refined, glossy finish compared to regular silicone. This could give the cases a more premium appearance, making them stand out from cheaper options. Some leaked images show cases with ripple designs, while others show smoother, more minimal textures. This could mean Apple is testing multiple designs or preparing to release several styles. But the one feature that appears in all versions is the lanyard cutout, suggesting that strap support is the main selling point. If this leak is accurate, the liquid silicone cases represent more than just a cosmetic update. They might show Apple is shifting its accessories strategy to focus more on practicality. For years, many people felt Apple's official cases looked good, but didn't offer the same level of usefulness as third-party cases. With lanyard support, Apple could finally bridge that gap. It also makes sense from a business perspective. While some Apple users only buy official accessories, many prefer third-party brands for the added features and customization. By adding something like a lanyard option, Apple could win back customers who might otherwise skip their cases. So what does this mean for iPhone 17 buyers? If you're someone who travels often, enjoys photography, or just wants extra security while carrying your phone, these new cases could be a real game changer. Instead of having to buy a bulky third-party case, you have a sleek Apple option that works perfectly with your iPhone. Of course, we'll have to wait for Apple's official announcement this fall to confirm the details and pricing. But if the leaks are true, the liquid silicone cases with lanyard support could end up being one of the most practical iPhone cases Apple has ever made. It may not be as flashy as a new camera or display, but it shows Apple is paying attention to how people actually use their devices, and sometimes, small, thoughtful changes like this can have the biggest impact.